Good evening, everyone. Let me start by asking a simple yet profound question. What does love truly look like? When a man loves you, it goes beyond grand gestures and poetic words. It's about the quiet, consistent ways he chooses to honor your heart. First, let's talk about love as action. When someone truly loves you, their love isn't confined to promises. It lives in their actions. He shows up when you need him, even when it's inconvenient. He really listens not to fix, but to understand. His love says, I'm here, I see you, and I choose you every single day. Love is not just a feeling or a fleeting emotion. It is a conscious and continuous choice reflected in actions. While words can be comforting and promises inspiring, what truly defines love is how it manifests in the everyday gestures, the silent sacrifices, and the unwavering presence of someone who truly cares. When a man loves you, it becomes evident not through grand declarations, but through the consistent ways he honors that love in real, tangible ways. Love as action means that his choices and behavior align with his feelings. It's in the way he listens, not merely waiting for his turn to speak, but genuinely hearing and understanding your thoughts, fears, and dreams. It's in the way he makes space for your individuality, ensuring that you feel seen, heard, and valued. This kind of love is about showing up, not just in moments of joy, but also in the challenges and difficulties of life. When things get tough, the love of a man who truly cares becomes a stabilizing force, a reminder that you're not alone. Consider the small, everyday acts that might seem insignificant on the surface but speak volumes when viewed through the lens of love. It's in the way he remembers the little things that matter to you, like how you take your coffee or your favorite song when you're feeling low. It's in the patience he shows when disagreements arise, choosing understanding over defensiveness. True love is not reactive but proactive. It seeks to uplift, comfort, and protect, even when it requires effort and sacrifice. A man who loves you doesn't just make promises, he fulfills them. He recognizes that love is built on trust, and trust is strengthened through reliability. His actions convey a message louder than words ever could. I am here, I care, and I will continue to be here. This steadfastness is a cornerstone of love. It creates a sense of security and belonging that allows the relationship to thrive. But love as action also requires balance and mutual respect. A man who truly loves you will honor your boundaries and encourage your growth. His actions are never about control or manipulation, but about creating an environment where you can be your authentic self. He understands that his role is not to fix you or complete you, but to walk alongside you, supporting and celebrating who you are. It's important to note that these actions are not driven by obligation, but by genuine care and affection. When a man loves you, his actions come naturally, not as a checklist of duties, but as expressions of his heart. He chooses to prioritize your happiness and well-being because it brings him joy to see you flourish. Love, in this sense, is a partnership of mutual giving, where actions are driven by a shared desire to nurture and sustain the bond. In the end, love as action is about consistency, reliability, and intention. It's not about perfection, but about showing up, trying, and being present. When a man truly loves you, his actions become the proof of that love, quietly and profoundly affirming what words alone never could. Love that is genuine demands vulnerability and authenticity, both of which form the foundation for deep, meaningful connections. When a man loves you, he doesn't just fall in love with the image you present to the world. He embraces the whole of who you are, your strengths, your flaws, your fears, and your dreams. This acceptance comes from a place of authenticity, where both of you can be yourselves without fear of judgment or rejection. True love is not about wearing masks or creating a facade of perfection. It thrives when both people are willing to let their guard down and show their true selves. For a man who loves you, vulnerability is not a weakness, but a bridge to intimacy. He is willing to share his fears and insecurities, acknowledging that being open is the only way to build trust and connection. In doing so, he also invites you to be vulnerable, creating a space where honesty and authenticity can flourish. This kind of love is rooted in mutual courage. It takes strength to reveal the parts of yourself that you might feel are unworthy or unlovable. Yet when a man loves you, he doesn't shy away from these parts. Instead, he values them as essential pieces of who you are. His love doesn't demand that you fit into a mold or meet unrealistic expectations. Rather, it celebrates the unique individual that you are, imperfections and all. This acceptance fosters an environment of safety where you feel free to explore and express your true self. When authenticity is present in love, it also means there is no pretense or manipulation. A man who loves you will not try to control you or shape you into someone you're not. He understands that love isn't about domination, but about partnership. His authenticity allows him to communicate openly, expressing his thoughts and emotions with clarity and honesty. This level of openness invites you to do the same, creating a relationship based on genuine connection rather than superficial appearances. Vulnerability, however, doesn't mean there are no boundaries. On the contrary, it enhances respect for personal limits. A man who loves you will respect your need for space, your individual journey, and your right to set boundaries. His vulnerability is not about oversharing or putting the burden of his emotions on you, but about building a bridge of understanding. It's about showing you that he is human, just as you are, and that love is a shared journey of learning and growth. The power of vulnerability and authenticity in love lies in its ability to deepen intimacy. When a man loves you and approaches the relationship with openness, he allows you to do the same, creating a bond that is not only resilient but also profoundly rewarding. This love doesn't just make you feel loved, it makes you feel known and valued for who you truly are. In a world that often celebrates perfection, this kind of love reminds you that authenticity is where the heart finds its truest home. Love thrives on mutual respect and growth, two elements that are inseparable from a healthy and meaningful relationship. When a man loves you, his love is not possessive or limiting, it is expansive. He values you as an equal partner, supporting your individuality, encouraging your ambitions, and celebrating your achievements. Love rooted in respect is not about control, but about creating a foundation where both people feel empowered to grow together and as individuals. Respect is the cornerstone of any lasting relationship. A man who truly loves you doesn't just hear you, he listens with intent and empathy. He values your opinions and perspectives, even when they differ from his own. He understands that love isn't about agreement on every matter, but about honoring each other's individuality. This respect extends to how he treats your boundaries. He doesn't push or pressure you into situations that make you uncomfortable. Instead, he supports your decisions and trusts your judgment, recognizing that your autonomy is essential to who you are. When a man loves you, he doesn't see your success or independence as a threat, but as something to be celebrated. He is your cheerleader, rooting for you as you pursue your goals and dreams. His love inspires confidence because it's built on the belief that both of you can grow without one diminishing the other. He understands that your individual achievements contribute to the strength of the relationship. A love grounded in respect doesn't demand that you dim your light to make someone else shine. Instead, it creates a space where both can shine brightly together. Growth is another critical aspect of true love. When a man loves you, he is not content to remain stagnant. He sees the relationship as a dynamic journey, one that evolves over time. He is willing to put in the work, not only for the relationship, but also for himself. Love, after all, is not just about accepting each other as you are, but also about encouraging each other to become the best versions of yourselves. His love is not rooted in complacency, but in a shared vision for the future. This commitment to growth doesn't mean that the relationship is without challenges. On the contrary, true growth often comes through navigating difficulties together. A man who loves you will approach these moments not with blame or resentment, but with a willingness to understand and improve. He sees challenges as opportunities to deepen the connection and strengthen the bond between you. Mutual respect and growth create a relationship where both people feel valued and supported. When a man loves you, his actions consistently show that he cherishes who you are and believes in who you can become. This love doesn't hold you back, it propels you forward. It's a love that inspires confidence, fosters resilience, and creates a partnership where both individuals can thrive. This kind of love isn't just a feeling, it's a transformative force that nurtures the best in both people, making the relationship a space of mutual empowerment and endless possibility.